Why mid-rise?
That's the question. I think it really boils down to how do we get the city that we all want to live in? The city that has room for everybody at all stages in their life, the city that has active main streets with shops and businesses and services and active community institutions. And I think that mid-rise is one of the key ingredients to that, to keeping our vibrant main streets with our mix of businesses and keeping a place for families within the city who may or may not want to live in a tall tower but would rather something a bit closer to the ground. And also to honor and maintain the folks in our neighborhoods who've really invested so much in building those communities who may be wanting to downsize but don't want to leave those neighborhoods. I think that mid-rise answers the call for any of those items, among other things, of course, as we go into in our report. There's the ability to build mid-rise in a much more sustainable manner because you can build mid-rise out of wood. It requires fewer resources in terms of concrete and embodied carbon than taller buildings. Concrete and steel typically are the highest materials with the highest embodied carbon in our buildings. And they're just more aesthetically interesting, in my
Right.
opinion. That's maybe a little bit anecdotal, but I much prefer as a pedestrian to be walking along a St. Clair West or another place with interesting buildings that are human scaled as opposed to seeing just a podium and then a tower that goes up to who knows how high, right?